Hello, everybody. This is Up and Atom Comics. It's been a little bit since I've done a video, but wanted to kind of post some things to kind of jumble a whole bunch of things together. Um, so including I have a couple of packages to open up. Got some Mark Spears blind bags that we will open up, and I have some proper scissors instead of plastic silverware or something like that that I did during the Halloween time. And just to go over some new books, and I got a couple of gifts. So let me, without further ado, first thing I got today from my LCS was this awesome. It's a Frazetta. It's their gallery series. So this is the first one that came out was more horror based, and this is kind of like fantasy, um, Conan, that type of thing. These are a little hard to come by. Um, they print a certain number of these up. I think that's limited to like 3,000 or something like that. And so a lot of stores are getting allocated these heavily. But luckily, I've been able to I got the last one, and I was able to get this one too. I think they're doing a hardcover edition as well, but the soft cover's been good enough for me. Not going to clip these out to do as posters or anything like that, but it's just nice to have larger versions of those, famous Rosetta paintings. So I was excited about that. Um, Now we'll do the Mark Spear stuff at the end, just to keep everybody watching and see what I get. Uh, here's kind of what I picked up this week. So, got World Tree is back. This is number 17. Um, it's been kind of dropping off. I really liked it from the beginning. Hope it continues. I had to pick up this Black Cat, Adam Hughes. Definitely, similar vibes as the Catwoman cover. And the police, like he's handing her, here is your number to hang up, and she had all the lost numbers. If you the numbers from the series TV series Lost, if you remember that. But this is kind of similar companion piece, I think, to that. So I'll try checking that out. I also got this Alien versus Captain America #2. I got this version by Mark Brooks, got the face hugger on Captain America, and it's like, we want you instead of I want you. So just really clever cover idea. But the first issue of that was really good. So I'm excited about that. Um, Avengers. I kind of always get Avengers because I always get Avengers. We'll see where the story goes. Um, Moon Knight, Fist of Khonshu, number 15. I know they're getting ready to put out a Mark Spector Moon Knight series, so I'm excited to see if this is wrapping up soon or what have you. I got Immortal Thor going to the art gallery. Um, Conan, I've still been picking up Conan. I've really enjoyed this Titan series they've been putting out. I really loved it when Roberto De La Torre was doing the art, but it's still been Jim. I can't speak very well today. Jim Zub has been doing a great job with writing it, so I'm kind of along for the ride. Um, and then I got Cul-de-sac. This is the last issue of this. Jonathan Wayshak does amazing art. So I'm really excited. This is like his first real series that he's put out. So I've just, the story's been kind of okay, but I've really enjoyed, just seeing his art on sequential pages. Then I got Catacomb of Torment. I got this. I think this is a variant cover. But pick that one up, another horror thing. And then Everything Dead and Dying. This is the last issue of this, but this has been a really great read, so definitely recommend that. Um, and then I picked up Exquisite Corpses. Like I said, can't speak. Exquisite Corpses. This is number 8. I've been getting the polybag versions because it has like a trading card inside, even though I can't see where this one is. Maybe it's way inside. Um, but I've been getting those. I know they've teased like there's a game coming and you can use these cards in it. So I was kind of a sucker that way, but I started getting them and I'm going to continue to get them for that. Um, Then next, let's go to this. So, got a couple packages in the mail. Um, I have been like a few things that I've gotten recently. I have been uh, sadly disappointed because packaging has been absolutely terrible. So I don't know if I'm turning into a Chonko, where if you watch Chonko's videos, it's kind of a trope of his to cry about packaging. But I've had so many lately that's just like uh, in a regular envelope and just shoved into the mailbox. I don't blame the postal workers. I blame the people that are shipping because they don't know what's inside. But and I've had some stuff that's recently been kind of ruined. Okay, I wasn't sure what this was, but now I remember. Um, so got caught up on in some stuff. Um, to purchase. Okay, now I know why this is so cheap. I got an Amazing Spider-Man 162. It's in pretty rough shape now that I look at it, but couldn't really see that when they're flashing things by. I only paid $3 for this, so I feel like that was okay, even in terrible condition. And then a Tomb of Dracula number 14. Um, I think I got this, but I think this is an upgrade to an issue that I have. So it like both of those are pretty cheap. So it was worth the risk. And then this here, I'm kind of more excited about because I've been working on collecting a lot of Marvel Bronze Age horror. And typically, when I do so, would go into any type of collecting things. Oh, there's extra stuff in here. Bonus for whoa. All right, very cool. Typically, when I go into that kind of thing, I try to get um, stuff that is a little bit more of a key, just so that I can knock those out first and then get the fillers later. So this stuff, I don't know what it is, but they included some of the Marvel cards, and it looks like these are all from a 2023 set. So very cool. So I have, it looks like they're all Secret Wars. Um, so I have a Colossus, Human Torch, Hulk. Now I think these are panels. Yeah, I remember this panel. She-Hulk. These are panels from the actual Secret Wars series, which is really cool. Didn't know this existed, but there's Wasp, and the last one I got is Secret Wars, which is actually from the Secret Wars #1 cover. I recognize that. And I have that hanging up right in my office. So very cool. So that was kind of a nice little thing. So I'm definitely gonna be following this eBay seller. I have no idea what else I'm getting here. Um, let's see. Oh yeah, cool. Oh, that's very nice. You put a little nice note. You were special. You were enough. So stay positive and smile. So I appreciate that. So I'm definitely, even for that note, I'm gonna follow this seller. Um, but he sent me a Doctor Strange Uncanny Origins. I don't think I have, and a Action Comics. So I'll probably put these in like a giveaway of something. But pretty cool. But what I was really excited about was this. And it's Vampire Tales. So this is number 5, I want to say, and I think this is I'm pretty sure it's the origin of Morbius. So Vampire Tales had a lot with Morbius and Lilith and some different things like that. I was trying to go for Monsters Unleashed first for some of the uh, horror books that like Curtis imprint from Marvel put out. But Vampire Tales has been a little easier for me to find. So I'm excited to have some of those. And that was like a little minor key kind of thing. So I'm kind of excited about that. So um, I typically, when I do collect some things, especially like a run, I try to um, collect them all, or at least in a sequential way, as much as I can before I read them. So I've been collecting. I have a few other Vampire Tales I'm kind of holding on to until maybe I can get through the whole run. So that's my plan for that. Um, and then when I was at my LCS today, um, there's not a lot that I have that I'm really like hunting for in terms of comics. But so the owner of my LCS, he took a little trip to try to find, some Christmas gifts for friends and a few customers. And so he was trying to ask me what I want, and I was like, I kind of just been there. I was like, I don't think they got anything that I want, but he did some searching and found some things. So I was kind of excited about that. But I had no idea what I was getting. So he knows like some weird stuff. So I was kind of very excited about this. Got me the first issue of Captain Canuck. I've never read this. I've never stumbled across Captain Canuck books here in the States. So kind of just excited to see what that is all about. And then this book was actually on something that I had been looking for. It's The Heap, uh, #1. So this was kind of a excuse me, done by Skywald Comics, but this was actually predates Swamp Thing and Man Thing. It's kind of like a swamp monster. So very cool. I'm very excited to read The Heap. So that was awesome. And then this was kind of cool. And he said this is in really rough shape. I'm not a person that really cares a whole lot about shape. If I can read it and it's somewhat presentable, I'm okay. But he got me. It was like Journey into Mystery, #61. So it's just really cool with the mummy there. So I had been recently going through supernatural thrillers and got that collection. I'm reading through that currently. So I'm excited to have another mummy book, and this is kind of pre Marvel superheroes with it. So I'm really excited to check out Gamdullah, the Living Pharaoh. Um, you almost feel like Stanley and Jack Kirby were like at some huge buffet. They were stuffing their faces and they were like, "Hey, what's the name of our next creature?" And they were, "Oh, Gamdullah, Gamdullah." It's like, "Hey, that sounds good." Or their mouth was full of peanut butter and they decided to communicate things. I don't know, but just something that kind of gets in my head. Okay. And now, last but not least, um, I got 5 of these Mark Spears Winter Horrorland. And so I went yesterday to my shop and was kind of helping them price out some things. And they were like, "Hey, uh, if you want to pick out your bags, go ahead and do it." So these were kind of like when they were initially shipped, they back like the compass is kind of in the middle and there's things on both sides. So we're kind of like sliding these things down to try to get to the bottom so they could fit in a bag and board easily. Let's see what I get. So I noticed there were these things sticking out and I was getting all excited. But I come to find out that they're all um, have these kind of like uh, cardstock things in the front of them to see. Now, overall, before I get started, before I show the first one here, I think one thing, like I wasn't overly excited about what I had seen that was going to be released in these, in comparison to what was released for Halloween. So there wasn't a ton that I was hoping to get. I have seen um, there's like a Santa with a like a zombie face, but he has a mask holding in his hand. I kind of want that one, and I kind of want there's um, a Dungeons and Dragons kind of homage cover. So I would be thrilled if I got one of those. If not, I might try to seek those out. But I haven't seen a whole lot that I've been like, "Ooh, wow, I really want to have that." So let's see what I got here. So if I can get these out of the bag, it's always the challenge. So to put this little thing, there's a little thing on the back that shows what all the issues are. So I'm going to look at that before I reveal. Oh, there's a cool like skeleton Santa. that I had not seen. There is a famous Monsters of Finland. Oh, and there's a creature from the Black Lagoon. That was the other one that probably out of what I have seen, those would be the ones that I would really want to have. So let's see what number one is. So the first one, okay, this is kind of cool. This is, let me know if this is a homage of some sort. It looks like it should be, but it's got like Santa with the stockings. He's got the axe and the girl laying by the fireplace. This one's pretty cool. I kind of like that one. So yeah, some kind of that one's not bad at all. And this is, I'm trying to get the numbers correct for people that are tracking that kind of thing. This is just A2. So this is the second one. And now that I'm seeing some on the back, um, it looks like the the D&D ones are uh, you got to get them through Keen Spot shops. So that's kind of bad. I'm just gonna flip through. There were like 25 golden tickets that were put in these things. I'm sure I'm not gonna get one. I did. I promised on the last one, and I'm still holding that promise. If I get one, it's Chunko's. So he's such a huge Mark Spears fan. Yeah, that would be awesome if I could have him that. I know he's like, I don't want that. You should have that because that's special, but he's special too, right? So we all love Chonko. So so let's hope I'm gonna hope for that for him. So this one has that cardboard sticking out just a little bit on the top of it. So I'm gonna be careful about that. And let's reveal together what my second book is. And watch me get like all five uh all five of them being duplicates or whatever. So this one, let's see what this one is. This is okay. I've seen this one, not the hugest fan. I mean, it's kind of cool, but this is like a Drider. A lot of people were like, "Hey, that's the big Spider-Man kind of thing." But if you played D&D or you read R.A. Salvatore, uh, Neverwinter, Legend of Drizzt, you know what Drow and Driders are, and that kind of thing. So, kind of cool Drider. Okay, number three. I gotta get it out of my regular bag. It's in there. And this one feels a little different. Um, it feels a little thicker. So I could be wrong, but yeah, it was kind of, they let me pick my bags. Um, Probably because I gave them a hard time. I was like, y'all better pick me out some good ones for the for the Halloween one. But let's see what this one is. These corners are tough. Okay. All right, number three. Okay. This is the last one I did not mention. Da, 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 da. The Evil Dead one's pretty cool too. I gotta say, it's like I'm gonna keep adding things that I like. The last one was A3, and this one is A28. So kind of reminds me of Willem Dafoe. I don't know if you get those same vibes, but it kind of reminds me of Willem Dafoe. Um, so yeah, I'm not really getting any of the ones that really wanted. But such is the luck of the blind bag. So let's see what we get here. I wish there was a little bit better way that they put these in the bag so that you didn't feel like you had to be very super careful with them. So number four. Whoa, that's a white piece of paper. I wonder if this is a, oh my God. Oh, yes. So this, holy crap, this is a glow in the dark Evil Dead cover. I am very, that one's worth all of it. So this is A71 and it's glow in the dark Evil Dead. Um, yeah, I'm glad I picked my own, right? I did a good job. So I'm not. Okay, these are a 1 in 666 that come out. So that's definitely a good pull uh, for for getting 5 bags. That's pretty awesome. And then my last one here. So yeah, so pretty happy with what I did because got a pretty big hit on what I grabbed. And then the last one here, I have not checked any of these. Oh, I got a foil also. I was not expecting that. So foils are a little more rare, um, which I don't see the ratio on it, but let's see what I got for foil. Oh, cool. So this is a foil of this is would be considered a 48, which is a 1 in 300. So um, that's a cool little Frankie. I like this. So I got so I got a foil and a glow in the dark. So out of 5 bags, um, the Evil Dead, I was really happy to get. That was one like I didn't think that I would get. Um, but I didn't get a couple of them. Maybe I'll go back and try to pick up another one later on. We'll see. But anyway, hope you enjoyed that. I thought I did pretty well. Let me know what you think in terms of my blind bag pulls and any of the other stuff. And I will try to do another video pretty soon here over this upcoming week to wish everybody a proper happy holidays and do, a couple other things that I want to showcase. But until then, make sure you flip through a floppy, put gloves on if you're reading the foils, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.